Hey there, everybody, and we are going to talk about curating your own reality. It is my favorite thing to talk about, probably. So, curating your reality, and sorry, my thing popped up, so let me just drop this down a little bit. Curating your reality, this entire section will be about ways to do it, and I'm not just talking about this video, I'm talking about all the videos. In this section will be about curating your reality. This is more than just controlling the people that you surround yourself with. And, I think when we talk about curating your reality, a lot of people think about just making sure that you're surrounding yourself with good people. That's definitely part of it, and it definitely helps, but it's not the only thing that we can do to really make this work. It is a great way to curate your reality, but it's not like the only thing that you can do. We want to take total control of your reality, and I find that curating your reality, making sure that you bathe in the energy that you truly desire, surround yourself with the things that you truly desire to have in life, is probably the most important thing that you can do. And like I said, it's my favorite thing to talk about, so we're definitely going to talk about it in this section. I'm going to give you some easy ways to curate your reality in this video. Number one, cut out the time wasters. We kind of just talked about this, making sure you're surrounding yourself with people who want the best for you, and making sure you're surrounding yourself with people who are always forcing you, or not really forcing you, they shouldn't be forcing you to do anything, but are causing you to grow or improve. Making sure you surround yourself with those people is going to be very important. Create motivational playlists. Again, might sound simple and ridiculous, but I cannot tell you how many times this right here has kind of motivated me, has saved me, has gotten me out of bed in the morning, has done everything you can possibly imagine. I remember for a long time when I first moved to Seattle, I was trying a bunch of ideas to grow my channel, and nothing was working. And I would get into really bad moods because nothing was working. I was really working really hard. And I used to go for walks, and I would listen to, I still go for walks, but I would go for walks where I would listen to things that motivated me. So motivational playlists could literally be motivational videos. They're actually on Spotify. There are a couple of playlists that are motivational, more they're not music, they're more motivational quotes and, motivational speakers and things like that. So I used to listen to those, but it could be music. If there's music that gets you motivated, if there's music that makes you feel good, then that is definitely something I would be filling your brain with, especially if it's good stuff. Spend more time doing your goal. And I have here, I used to want to own a fish store, so I worked at one. I've already told the aquarium story in this course. And I have here, what can you do? So is there something that is similar to your goal that you can do right now? At the time when I wanted to own a fish store, I couldn't obviously afford, as a 16, 17-year-old, I couldn't afford to own my own fish store, but there was nothing stopping me from working at a fish store, right? And again, it's one of those things where if I wasn't doing what I am doing right now, I would probably have an aquarium. So it makes perfect sense. And again, this is what I would be doing. What can you do that gets you very close to your goal, and just do more of it, right? Cut out any media that makes you feel negative. I started doing this 3 years ago now, somewhere around there. I started cutting out music, videos, movies, all sorts of things that made me feel negative, that made me feel sad, or whatever I didn't want to feel at the time. I make sure that I protect myself from those things because I feel they have a great effect on us. This includes YouTube videos as well. That there was a time where watching too much astrology messed with my brain. It made me feel more negative. It made me feel like I couldn't control my own reality. So there might be certain things that you have to cut out. And I would make sure you're listening or watching things that make you feel good, which we kind of already talked about. I have here, I became a crazy person. Is there a need to become as crazy as me? I would say probably not. I think as long as you're filling your brain, I would say 70% of the time with good stuff, then you're perfectly fine with this right here, cutting out negative media. If you're only watching some stuff, sometimes I think you'll be okay. Here are just a few more easy ways to curate your reality. I have here, watch the automatic words that you use. And what I mean by this is, are there words that you use against yourself or with other people that just automatically come out? And you're going to have to pay attention to yourself to be able to pick these things up. But we all have things that we say about ourselves automatically. For example, any negative self-talk is something I would be careful of if you're putting yourself down. Sometimes we do this to be polite, and it's actually a very bad habit, right? Where we put ourselves down, or we try to make someone else look better or good or something like that. I would be careful of all those things. I would be careful of the things that you say automatically. Any automatic conversations you have. One thing that I noticed a few years ago is that my conversations were very automatic. I would see a friend or I would see a person, and we wouldn't talk about anything in depth. Or if I would meet a new person, it would just be like the same old stuff, talking about the weather, not really getting deep into a situation. And I decided that if I was going to have interactions with people, I wanted them to be deep, meaningful interactions. I didn't want them to just be like, oh, it's snowing outside. It's cold out today. Just like the typical stuff that everybody says that's just automatic. It doesn't actually mean anything. So I really wanted to have control over my reality in the sense that I wanted to have deep, meaningful conversations. And just by paying attention to this and just asking different questions and actually paying attention to the people I was talking to completely changed my relationship. So really good one right there. I would say spend more time doing the things you want as well. And this is different than this one right here. Spend more time doing your goal. Spending time doing things you want doesn't have to be a goal. It could just be something that you enjoy doing. It could be maybe you enjoy ice skating. Maybe you enjoy going to the gym, whatever it is. Spend a little bit more time doing those things, and just a little bit. Give yourself just a little bit of permission. Maybe you go ice skating once a week. Give yourself permission maybe every other week to go twice. Sometimes I think doing the things we enjoy, that's usually where we get a lot of our answers to the questions that we have about life or whatever it is that we're doing. So I would do just a little bit more of that. I would also say thinking about ways you can make money doing the things you want is also a great way to curate your reality. You don't actually have to do this, but it just gives you options. And what I mean by that is you might have a lot of hobbies and there might be ways to monetize those hobbies. And finally, I would fill your brain with ideas of the things that you do want. And this could be anything. It's like nowadays, for the most part, if I'm watching something on TV or if I'm watching something, I really don't watch TV. I pretty much just watch YouTube. I watch educational courses, things like that, because I'm filling my brain with the stuff that I want to experience in life, and I really take control of that. So that's some ways to curate your reality. Tomorrow and in the following videos, we're going to go through some much deeper ways, more in depth on how you can control and curate your own reality so that you can just live a happier, healthier, better life.